Troy College has been fairly quiet in the first quarter, I thought.
Yes, he'd done a couple of nice things. He seemed to be running across half-back, didn't he?
We get used to getting heaps of kicks, you know, and when they don't get them, you think, gee, they're having a quiet period.
So start and set up.
Yeah.
Acres of room for the trainer.
Yep.
All right.
Actually look like they're playing a forward pocket up, don't they, on the wing?
Yeah.
Obviously leading that 50 arc open for Andrews.
Troy College has got the job on Chris Smith. Big ask, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Bannocknurn are really trying to give Drainer heaps of room. I mean, they've been caught out a couple of games when they've gone forward and they've had too many players up there, and I think that's probably a fairly good tactic.
Yeah, definitely.
Umpire Hallett puts the footy in the air. Oh, the ruckman gets a tap down. Connors, tap, handball quickly to White, handball to Dillon, over quickly to Clark. Clark to full forward. Good one-on-one contest there. Coming back is Bernardo to give some assistance. Nolan gives him a bit of a help along, but the ball comes back to Toolman. Took a while to pick it up. Dodges two players. He's pinged for holding the ball. Had plenty of opportunity, and I think a bit undecided in what he just wanted to do there. So now Adrian Bernardo with the football, back pocket, kicks it long. In front there is that was amazing because Troy College are the person in front, and Toolman did the spoiling. Chris Smith just totally out of position there.
Yeah, he couldn't get near the footy, could he? He was about six back.
Out of bounds between wing and a half forward. This second quarter, Bannocknurn kicking to the northern end. Foley tries to crash through. Colliger does crash through, gets the foot to the footy. In good position if he can turn round is Wentworth, but terrific mark, Adrian Bernardo in the back pocket for Werribee Centrals. Defence under a bit of pressure again for Werribee. Kick not too good, off the boot, comes to ground. Toolman receives a handball but can't take control of it. Now it's Stacks on the mill, and the umpire will move in and put the ball in the air. Almost centre half forward. There's Howlett a long way up the ground.
Well, he does that a lot. That's why I don't like him on the forward line, Eric.
So, ball goes up. Stewart on this occasion gets the tap down, only as far as Toolman. Off a step, drives it to full forward. Bernardo again, can't take the mark. Ronnie Pilgrim almost got it, but went without it. Connors follows up quickly. Well, bit of a hit in the head there for Connors, but, well, the ball in dispute there. Clark comes through, picks it up. Long handball out. He's got Wentworth clear. Oh, the bounce is not kind to Wentworth, but he does well. Comes back, handball to Ross Dillon. Gee, the Werribee side put some pressure on in defence in the early part of this quarter, and the kick off the ground goes to the outer boundary between half forward and centre wing for Bannocknurn. 2 minutes 15 gone in the second quarter. No addition to quarter time score. Picked up at the back of the pack by Clark. Long handball back to Colliger. Colliger, the lead is from Andrews. Ball comes to ground, or Toolman almost there, but well, too high the tackle, and not paying advantage either. So the free kick in defence to Werribee Central.
Peter Gray
to centre wing. Calvert gets the crumbs, kicks it wide. Can he keep the ball in? Only just the mark has been taken. So on the mark there, Brett Harding. Oh, well done, Shaw. Got back pretty well to contest with Foley on that occasion. And off hands, it's over the boundary line. So between the half forward flank and centre wing this time for Bannocknurn, the umpire puts the whistle on play. People inside the fence area perhaps. Now the boundary umpire once again with the footy. Moore and Gray. Neither ruckman get a tap down. Dillon tries to get handball clear. Finally White picks it up. Well, intercepting there is David Kennedy. Gee, the turnover could be costly. Kennedy into the forward area. Howlett running onto it. Can he pick it up? He does.
He doesn't miss them.
No, not from 15 metres out.
No,
he has on this occasion. So as soon as he put his hand to his head, I thought he might have missed that. So that's the first score of the second quarter. 3-2-20, Werribee Centrals. They'll try Bannocknurn 5-3-33, 4 minutes into the second quarter, and that was a bad miss.
Yeah.
So Mick Turner kicks to himself, goes wide to centre wing.
That's Chris Smith.
Chris Smith just drifted across the front of the pack on that occasion, takes a clean mark, one grab. The lead there from full forward. Well, it's Heath Buck went to ground. I think now he's got the free kick, he might improve fairly rapidly.
It makes a difference, doesn't it, eh?
Yes.
When you get up and you know you got the free kick and only 30 metres out.
So Mick Turner allegedly interfered there going for the football, so he's back now. Be kicking from 35, 45 degree angle. And at 4.5 minutes into the second quarter, Werribee opportunity to reduce the margin. Heathbuck moves in, right footer. Almost behind the line of the kick. See, I'll tell you what, he's kicked across the face of goal, I think, and that's a really ordinary miss.
Did you see his run up though? Did you see how he ran off the line?
And kicked where he ran. So 3-3-21 Werribee Central, so trail Bannocknurn 5-3-33, 5 minutes now into the second quarter. Long kick in, goes to Ross Dillon. Dillon too easy. So 2 kicks at one end of the ground to the other. Shane Andrews, terrific mark. He's worked Matty Hallam under the football there. And even though Andrews has got 3, Hallam's not doing a real bad job. It's a great contest there, one-on-one, isn't it?
Yes, I just, you know, I feel Matty's probably the best player to play on Shane Andrews, but, you know, we're into the second quarter just, and he's going to be his 4th, so, you know.
Well, I guess when it's coming down as well as that, it's pretty hard to stop. So Andrews now, gee, that's a beautiful kick, straight over the goal umpire's head. And as you said before, Laurie, when he's on song, he is very, very difficult to stop. 4 goals himself out of the 6, and Bannocknurn 6-3-39. Lead Werribee Central's 3-3-21, and I think you picked it too easy out of defence.
Yeah, it was far too easy. You got to Ross Dillon and off to Matty East, and they're both good users of footy, and I mean, there was plenty of space for Shane Andrews there. You couldn't do much about that, I don't think, Ricky. I mean, it went down like, when it goes that quick, I mean, it was a good grab, wasn't it, over the top of Matty? I mean, you did everything right. He was in front, and that's all he can do, I guess.
There's a beautiful working the ball from back to forward. You know, it was like a training drill on. It was beautiful.
And it was right down the corridor. You'd be happy with that.
Definitely, you'd be wrapped.
Moore gets the tap down again. Foley went through the middle, but went without it, unfortunately, for Werribee. Mick Turner comes in to help. There's a foot race, David White and David Kennedy. And the boundary line wins. Out of bounds between centre wing and half forward flank, out of side here at Victoria Park. As
Ronnie's coming
Ronnie
off.
Pilgrim comes off the ground. The ball is thrown in. Moore gets the tap down. Connors, handball out to Peter White. Peter White gains 30 odd metres.
Tom's back on, that's
Tom
good to
Malone
see.
Grant, so recovered from whatever the problem was.
Doesn't look like to be running too good, does he?
I think he might have. Do you think he might have jarred something when he hit the ground pretty hard? Because he looked fairly wonky on his legs, didn't he?
You wouldn't risk coming back on, would you?
I wouldn't have thought so. That's I made a statement before. It'd be the rest of the day for him on the bench, but I'm wrong again.
From the throw in, ball's basically by weight of numbers pushed forward for Bannocknurn. Finally, Clark picks it up, looks for some assistance. Finally, has to put foot to the footy. It was touched off the boot and off hands also. Now it's over the boundary line. About 50 metres from the goal.
Damien Clark's finding a bit of the footy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good in close. He's strong as an ox. He is. He's getting plenty of it, isn't he?
Over the top on that occasion was Thwaites, and finally the ball come back to him. Kicks it very quickly towards Luke Luddick. Luddick, handball over the top, but only as far as Mick Turner. Turner is forced toward the boundary line, and the ball is in fact over. So again, Andrew Howlett playing a long way up the ground. Mick Turner shadowing him, and the ball true centre wing out of side at 8 minutes in the second quarter. Stewart gets a tap down on that occasion, picked up by Clark but can't get through the pack. Moore tries to feed the ball out. Stewart pulls it. No, it's not Stewart. Down on the ground is Chris Smith. Pull the ball back in under him, and umpire Rob Hallett will put the ball in the air. Still centre wing out of side. 6-3 Bannocknurn lead Werribee 3-3. There's a whistle on the play. He's called Stewart for a ruck infringement there.
I think there might be a little bit of frustration in Stewie's game just at the moment.
So Moore goes to a handball to East. Handball, Tillman takes the mark. Handball to Connors very quickly. Matty Hallam very close to Shane Andrews on that occasion. Gets the ball to ground. Ball's cleared in defence. Well, very slow with the whistle on that occasion.
He's missed another one.
Handball comes to Matty Dillon, and he's missed another one. Well, he's certainly giving a bit of run there, but needs perhaps players talking to him just a little. 6-4-40 Bannocknurn. Lead Werribee 3-3-21, 9 minutes into the second quarter. The handball's pretty slick, Laurie.
Yeah, they're very good, very quick when they go forward.
They certainly appear to be switched on. as Matty Hallam now prepares to kick in once again. Comes wide. I tell you what, he hasn't got
Shocker.
that very well at all. Straight into the arms there of Troy Colliger. The call came from Ross Dillon, but now
that's loose check.
That's Nayland, and your left check. Well, the last time we saw him, he got caught a couple of times, Laurie, particularly in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knew where to run to then, though. I think he was looking further afield, and you've got to watch those little kicks because that's he's in range now, and he's not a bad kick, this guy. So
Nayland, 40 metres out, a bit worse than a 45-degree angle. Moves in.
Oh, I'm a good judge, all right.
There's someone high, very high there was Andrews. Unfortunately can't take the mark, and it's another rush behind. So Bannocknurn doing all the attacking the first 10 minutes of the second quarter. 6-5-41.
It comes back to my assessment. I know there's a lot of good kids playing GDFL football, but I'm worried about their kicking when they go forward. A lot of them don't concentrate enough and get the head over the ball and trying to make every post a winner. They've missed too many easy goals.
So Roland Beck does the kicking in. Comes to a big pack. Thwaites, no, not delivered, said the umpire. So handball it over the boundary line. Bannocknurn 6-5, lead Werribee 3-3. The ball out of bounds, half forward flank for Bannocknurn. The second quarter, kicking to the northern end here at Victoria Park. Stewart and Moore. Moore gets a tap down. Dillon, bit of an arm wrestle there between Dillon and Beck. Beck pulls the footy back in under him. Fair chance he could have been pinged there. In fact, one umpire yesterday would have been pinged.
Yes, definitely.
So umpire Rob Hallett. Half forward flank for Bannocknurn. Big pack of players around the football. Puts it in the air. Moore and Stewart. Neither player gets a clear tap. Chris Smith, handball forward. Coming in there was Comensoli. The ball is thrown out to Clark. Clark, a nice little handball over to Henderson, over to White. And Bannocknurn White just sockers the ball toward goal along the ground. But Werribee looking for the safety of the boundary there, which they've got.
Bit of heavy traffic in there just then.
Yes, perhaps Bannocknurn one too many little handballs maybe.
Yep, too many in there.
So
David White's usually pretty good in that situation though. He usually makes it pay.
I noticed Toolman coming and doing the ruck work from those boundary throw-ins up forward. And just as Roland Beck gets out of the pack, the umpire has put a whistle on play. Umpire Ben Hallett, 20 metres out, directly in front of the Bannocknurn goal. 25 players around the football as it goes in the air. Comes down, Delaney throws it out to Chris Smith out wide, and Chris Smith now kicks the ball looking for his teammate, and terrific work, Brett Harding. Got in front of his opponent there in Johns, and not able to mark it, but punched it safely over the boundary line. See Luddick and Henderson covering a fair bit of territory from forward pocket also.
He's trying to run Robert in a bit of form, I think.
In front of the change rooms, boundary umpire puts the footy in once again. More beautiful tap down, but not quite to his teammate there. Handball comes clear to Peter Gray. A kick off the ground by David White. Unfortunately, a little bit too strong and out of bounds on the full. Chris Delaney, the recipient of the free kick, with Damien Clark standing the mark. Delaney now heads towards centre half forward. Big pack of players there. Ball comes to ground. Sean Stewart picks it up. Can't. Giles, nice little handball to Matty East. This is danger for Werribee.
Now it's danger. He's on his left.
He's got past Chris Smith. The lead is from Andrews, but Adrian Bernardo read it pretty well and takes the saving mark. Now on the turnover, Simon Calvert takes the mark on centre wing ahead of Robbie Giles. Plays on quickly, drives wide to the flank. He's got player loose out there in Kennedy. Chips it forward. Chris Smith's running pretty hard but can't make it to get the mark. Robbie Giles comes back on the footy. Handball long to Matty East. Can't control it, and
that was a pretty good build up from Werribee then. It eventuated nothing, but they got the ball in the air a little bit, and good mark from Calvert.
So the ball thrown in once again. Calvert tries to crash the pack, can't get through. Ball in dispute there, picked up by Clark once again on the right foot. He's got Stewart sitting back, kicked behind the game on centre wing, and takes a comfortable chest mark. Stewart of Werribee back into the corridor at centre half forward. Kennedy can't take the mark. Colliger picks it up, handball to Malone Grant. Malone Grant off a step to half forward. Comes through if Tillman can pick it up. He's clear now. Goes the chip pass to Andrews. Perhaps the goal might have been a better option. Picked up there by Bernardo. He's got nowhere to kick it to. He's gone to half forward, half back flank. David White picks it up, tries to elude his opponent, and unfortunately forced over the boundary line. So golden opportunity missed perhaps there by Bannocknurn. Perhaps the wrong option by Tillman.
Oh, definitely the wrong option. There's no doubt about that. It was always going to be a hard kick to get it to there anyhow. So you probably should have straightened up. But he's a very much a team player, Tillman. So he always usually plays that way.
So 15 minutes gone, second quarter. 6-5 Bannocknurn. Lead Werribee 3-3. The ball out of bounds between wing and half forward on the outer side here at Victoria Park. Over the top there with Thwaites, gets the footy down. Moore at a second attempt, gets it to Stewart. Intercepted by Malone Grant. Kicks it long off a step into the forward pocket. Leading in the race for the footy is Shane Andrews, but can't control it. And it's over the boundary line once again, 10 metres from the behind post. So Bannocknurn having a lot of the football, not really capitalising on the scoreboard as such. They've kicked 1 goal to 2 goals in the quarter. They've had a lot of play. Ball thrown in once again. Stewart taps it down. Foley threw the footy away, picked up there by Paul Wentworth it is. Tackled high, and Roland Beck the offender on that occasion. Wentworth perhaps 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Moves in, going to land the ball in the goal square. Big fly from the back, no mark taken, comes to ground. Ball kicked along the ground out to Tommy Malone Grant. Does well to get through. Tries to kick it. Clark's tackled. And umpire said no prior opportunity. And perhaps Malone Grant, fully fit, might have made a bit better fist of that lorry. He just didn't seem to have the drive to get out, did he?
I think he was thinking, not me. Why me?
Well, from the ball thrown up there, it was into the arms there of David White. He's just kicked the ball goalwards, and the value of playing in front. Shane Andrews takes a chest mark low down. The opportunity to improve on his 4 goals in the first quarter and a half so far. So Shane Andrews, 15 metres out when he kicks. Move in. Not a great angle to speak of. And I'd say has kicked his 5th goal. So here's the difference in the game at this point in time. Shane Andrews 5, Bannocknurn 7, 5:47 lead. Werribee Central 3-3-21. We've been playing 17 minutes second quarter.
Common solely off. Dave Mary on. Yeah, it looks like to me Werribee thinks it's Sunday's a day off.
Geez, he made him earn it, that Hallam, didn't he? That chest mark. He's been causing a bit of headaches up there, Shane Andrews.
He certainly has.
So Ben Hallett puts the footy in the air. Stewart down to Merry, just on the ground. Kicks it round the corner to centre half forward. Mark not taken by Luddick, but gets a handball out to Chris Smith. Tries to get a handball to Howlett. Howlett
made something out of nothing there.
He has. Foley gets the ball back to Chris Smith. Weaves out of the pack there and just touched on the line. So behind the Werribee. Chris Smith almost could have done a bit better there. 3-4-22 Werribee Centrals. Trail Bannocknurn 7-5-47. Ball, long kick in. At the back there is left chuck claiming the mark, but would have been about 5th in line. So umpire comes in and throws the ball up. Half forward flank for Werribee. Stewart tried to tap it to the back. David White gets it over the head there of Nolan. If he can get the run of it, get it over now.
Oh, well, missed him.
Tried to beat too many, but he's beaten the tackle. He's gone goalwards. And talking about the wrong options. So out of bounds, over the head there of Paul Wentworth, deep in the forward pocket. There seem to be a few leading options coming at him from there, Laurie. Perhaps not too happy about his skill.
I think he probably thought he could straighten up and dob that, though. I think he had a bit of momentum up, and when left Chip couldn't put the tackle on, I think he thought, well, I'm going to go for goal here.
Well, there's very strong
Wentworth,
work from Paul Wentworth, because tap down from Tillman. Wentworth, he really crashed through 2 tackles there. Good strong play, and on the left foot has kicked the goal. So a very important goal for Bannocknurn at the 19-minute mark, second quarter. 8-5-53. They lead Werribee Central 3-4-22, and that was strong work, Laurie, and Tillman's creating a few headaches going for those forward pocket, half forward flank ruck throws.
Yeah, certainly, and there was a couple of errors there from Werribee. I mean, there's no way that they should have got through there. Left hook, you've got to go for the hips when you go for a tackle, and you've got to put your body right on the line.
I see Delahant on the ground and on Luke Luddick, and they're just going for a bit of a gallop around the ground, right round the centre square. So from the throw up in the middle,
Stormy's ringing the changes a bit, isn't he?
Yeah,
So that's good.
Nothing's eventuated there, and Ben Hallett will do it again. So Moore and Stewart. Stewart got the tap down. Thwaites a secondary punch forward into the arms there of Heathbuck. He goes to ground. Handball comes back to Howlett. Howlett, an up and under, goes very, very wide to half forward. Or the bounce certainly suits Matty East there. Nobody prepared to run at him. Seems to have a fortnight. Oh, goodness gracious, he set somebody a task there. And that was a 50-50 surely.
Oh, it's got to be.
And I don't think Heathbuck made all that great an attempt to take the ball that was delivered back to him. So he's well outside 50. We'll take a huge kick from there. So
He's got to pick someone on a lead, or he's got to go for it.
So Heathbuck going for the long kick. He's made good contact. It's going deep into the pocket. Simon Calvert almost, but the man in front was Gary Tillman, and he's got safe hands today. He's doing very nicely. Well, Mary was the only player that wanted the footy out there, and went hard at it and carried it forward to the boundary line. So front of the change rooms here at Victoria Park, the ball out of bounds once again. 21 minutes, second quarter. 8-5 plays 3-4. Bannocknurn in the ascendancy. Stewart, second attempt, gets it down to Foley. Dodges, weaves, and
that's got to be the advantage. He's missed it.
so perhaps justice has prevailed there, because out of bounds on the full.
Do you think that advantage should be brought back then?
I think so, yeah. Because they were in two minds actually, and
Well, the game had stopped, hadn't it? And he called him to continue.
but they won't bring it back. I mean, you're lucky to get advantage in here half the time.
So Brett Harding with the free kick in the back pocket for out of bounds on the full, looking for options. Might have to go for the long kick. It's touched off the boot. Foley in front, can't take the mark. Comes down to Luddick, threw it to Howlett. Howlett on that left foot, hooks it back, and he doesn't miss too many of those. And that's the fourth to Werribee Central's 4-4-28. They trail Bannocknurn 8-5-53, 22 minutes second quarter, and that was a fairly ordinary get out of defence by Bannocknurn, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty ordinary play altogether, really. I mean, it spilled out to Howard, and once he swings on that left, he's usually pretty dangerous. And yeah, I'm just thinking, who's the full forward for Werribee? Is it Heathbuck?
Calvert's down there, I think, isn't he?
Calvert.
Oh, no, it's Peter Gray at the moment.
Peter Gray.
So ball thrown up in the middle. Moore gets a tap down. Ross Dillon crashes a tackle on the left foot. The lead is there from Andrews. He's too quick for Hallam at the minute. Gets to the footy. Handball back to Connors. Connors now turns also on the left. Oh, the lead was from White, from Malone Grant. Neither of them can get it till Malone Grant bends down, picks it up, and he's pinged for holding the footy. Well, that's a pretty ordinary decision from about 30 metres away. So Mary it is. Gets the free kick. He goes wide for Werribee. Halfback flank. Howlett up there. Can't take the mark. Off hands it comes to Bordignon on the ground. Over to Foley. On the left foot, Foley goes towards Calvert. He moved pretty well to that.
Nothing wrong with his hammy then.
And he marks it ahead of Clinton Shaw. Goes back towards the centre of the ground.
Great mark.
The kick not as strong as it could have been. Taken by Colliger. Over to Matty East. East to the player who's running in, Delahant. Delahant goes long to the full forward position. There's 2-on-1 there against Andrews. Got to be a spare player somewhere, and there he is. Tommy Malone Grant. Can he pick it up? He can. Can he hook it back? He's gone back into the corridor. Bernardo can't take the mark. Falls to Nyland. Surely he's going to kick this from 15, and Ben Nyland picks up the crumb and kicks the goal for Bannocknurn. So they're doing pretty well. Took it down very, very quickly there. 9-5-59 Bannocknurn. They lead Werribee Central's 4-4-28. 24 minutes gone, second quarter.
Well, it's certainly been a good half for Bannocknurn. They'll be pretty pleased with this first half.
Yeah, they're definitely dominated. It's probably starting to show on the scoreboard now.
Yep. But when they go forward, they seem to be very, very dangerous there. Looks like Gary Tillman. Is he going to come off, or just? He's been
probably a key player.
He has, yeah. You know, he's 38 years of age. I mean, how fit's the guy? And you know, I've had a lot to do with Gary. He's got a beautiful pair of hands.
About his third opponent, I think.
Yep.
In the middle, Moore gets the tap down. Tillman grabbed high, not paid the free kick. Foley picks it up over the head to look like handball went to Chris Smith, but coming in from half-back is Roland Beck. The whistle on play, and the free kick has gone to Roland Beck, who's not real good either. In fact, it's Foley has the free kick. Has the lead there from, great defence by Brett Harding. Mark not taken there by Johns, comes back to Peter White, over to Clark. Clark now, where's he going to go? It's
Warren Foley.
Warren Foley has robbed him back into the full forward area, and once Heathbuck got rid of his opponent on that occasion, he was always going to mark it.
Yeah, but where'd the ball go? The top of the goal square, and I mean that's where it's got to go every time. I mean even Bannocknurn here, Chuck Connors should have put that ball up to down there into the goal square rather than try and put one across the ground.
I think young Foley's played quite well for Werribee. He's probably been their best player, and he obviously set that goal up. This kick anyway, should kick it.
Back in a bit of form, Heathbuck. Regular goal kicker for Werribee. Gee, he's gone for the old
he's done it.
The aeroplane spin, but he's kicked his second. So Werribee going to 5:4:34. Trial Bannocknurn 9:5:59. 26 minutes gone, second quarter.
Yeah, well, getting back to Warren Foley, Ricky, a couple of years ago when he burst onto the scene, he was only a youngster and he played very, very well. And I thought his form last year dropped away a bit, Eric. And this year, it's nice to see them get back and play some decent footy again. And he's playing quite well today.
Probably, obviously, being in the midfield, he's probably been more noted as a forward pocket player.
Yeah.
So, which is good. He's doing well on ball.
Stewart this time gets the tap down, only as far as Mary. Picked up again by Foley. He's had some centre clearances.
He's got a bit of pace too.
He's had 3 bounces. He's got inside 50. He's still on his left foot, unfortunately.
Up to the goal square again.
Well, great defence. Delahan over to Colliger. Colliger chips it over the top, looking for Shaw. Shaw, just tries to toe poke along the ground, getting some assistance from Tillman. Shaw, Chris Smith and Nolan having a bit to say here on the centre wing. And
how about there, boys? You'll get a fine.
So in the meantime, the umpire is looking for the football. So I think he's just picked one out of absolutely nowhere there. Bernardo was nowhere near that, and he's got a free kick. So goes to half forward, off hands there. It's gone out of bounds. So bit of show of strength there, Laurie, coming up to the finals.
That was a bit of a melee, I think.
Yes, in another brand of footy it might have been. So in comes the ball, half forward flank for Werribee. Peter Gray gets the tap down. Chris Delaney can't control it and punched over the line there.
Just on that, Laurie, before, I think Werribee's seen to be when they're moving the ball in the forward line, probably going to the flanks too much instead of going direct.
Yeah.
That's probably been their problem.
Yeah, probably. That's a good point too, Ricky, yeah.
So left chuck here in front of us, having a bit of trouble with the contact lens, I'd say. Peter Gray, beautiful tap over the back of the pack. Players really, Clark, the only bloke that wanted that, chips it out there to Paul Wentworth.
That's a better tackle.
But unfortunately doesn't take the footy. Nolan, very strong, it's high, it's wide, and it's handsome, and it's out of bounds on the full. So Gary Tillman standing the mark there. There's the ball about to come back. So
Warren Foley off and Kennedy on. I'm not sure what that one will be for.
He's got to be injured, doesn't he?
He'd have to be injured.
So Thwaites for Werribee. Kicks the ball back towards centre half forward. Looks to be all Bannocknurn there. Peter Moore, he throws it out of the pack, but only as far there as Chris Smith. And I think Ben Nolan might have missed him on that occasion. So great pick up. Colliger goes to the centre of the ground and strong mark. Tommy Malone Grant looks like he's okay again. Now the lead comes into the big pocket at full forward. Andrews can't take the mark. Comes down to Connors.
Tillman. He's
hooking it back, and that's not a bad looking kick from Connors. In fact, it's gone through the goal. Tillman tried very, very hard to touch it. So Chuck Connors has kicked the goal, and I guess the benefit there.
Right on half time.
Yes, the siren has sounded. So at half time, it is 10-5 5.65. Bannocknurn, they lead Werribee Central's 5.4.34.